Season 6 is here. God damn it, the whole family is here. I Am Woe Podcast. We are up and running. I hope everybody is tuning in tonight, enjoying themselves. I'm your host, Dwayne Sutton, aka Woe. Got my people with me, sitting in the host seat like she does every week. What else is?
Only hope when I
Hope
get
is
done.
in the building. Courtney Jefferson, what's up, ma?
Nothing, just here.
Just here, man. Just here. DT is in the building. Derek Taylor, what's happening, bro?
What's going on, man?
Their voice all deep.
Yo, what's
Nah,
happening
it's
over
not.
here? Over here?
No. It's me being sick. That's why this voice sound like this.
You got
That's
Oh,
that's me.
Lord.
That's me getting over these school germs. That's what it is.
Man, this junk has really been coming around. I've been, all the talk, but I'm like, I'm also seeing. These kids is bringing that junk in out. Bathe these kids when they walk. Don't even touch nothing. Go
Hose
straight
them
to the
down.
bathroom. Matter of fact, spray them before they walk in the house. For real. Turn around the front. Turn around to the back.
Shit out of them.
Take the backpack off. Give me that too.
Don't even
All right,
bring
come
that
on here,
home.
get in the tube.
Don't even bring that home. I can't help you with your homework. Shit, I don't know.
Man, look, it's real out here in the field. Anyway, man, now we are excited to be back, man. Thanking everybody for who's shown love and support. Folks was hitting me up, hey, man, I need my shows. Whoa, where you at? Where you at? We here. We here. We back. We coming with it. I'm going to tell y'all right now, it's going to be raw this season. We got a lot coming down the pipeline. Matter of fact, we got a nice little interview set up next week, man. I'll give y'all more details on that later on. But for now, y'all know how we get down around here. Oh, real quick, just want to make sure everybody is, if you don't know by now, you need to know. Download the Black No Chaser Radio app, please. Thank you. You say you rock with your folks. You say you support your people. We got an app that play your music, radio, and give you podcasts. And you ain't got it. Stop lying to us saying you support your folks. You ain't got to pay nothing. Just download it and let it play. In the car, in the gym, wherever you at, take it with you. BWNC Radio is where it's at. Now, how we always start off our show here is how the hell is you doing?
Whoa, go first.
You want me to go first? Let me just keep it a beam, man. When we left out of here last, when they say the straw broke the camel's back, that happened. That within that 6 hour span of finishing show and getting back in the next day. So lost a good friend of mine, man. Former co-worker, an ally, and that might have been the 10th death for me this year. But it was also the way we lost him. I won't go into details about it, but it is definitely going to be a driving point for me in everything we do. Why I'm so adamant about, man, making sure we talk this shit out and be there for each other and support each other, man. But God is good. I've done a lot of praying. I've done a lot of crying. I went through some other pains, but we always say that which don't kill you make you stronger. I've had my moments where not only me, but the people around me are I'm tired of being strong, God. I really am. Can you take me off the strongest soldier list, please? Like this. I know many people around me who are like that, man. And then when it's like that, when you having your moments, like, shit, where do I get my help from, man? But so it's just really you have to turn straight to spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? It just I really put it all in your hands. So that's where I'm at, man. God is in control. I'm bouncing back, man. We here strong. Ain't nothing gonna stop this train. You feel me? We gonna keep it moving. I'm learning every single day more and more of who I am, with more and more of what he has for me. But also, man, just I'm learning what I'm made of. I'm sitting back like, I don't know if I can handle this. And he like, I got you. I'm gonna show you. You're more than what you know. You are more than what you know. You're more than what you can think of. Again, his plans for you are way different than anything you can. But I ain't even getting out of it. You feel me? I ain't here to preach. But it's just God is good. I lost my partner, man, but his granddaughter was born like 6 days later. So staying in touch with his son, seeing the baby girl, definitely did some nurturing for me. Shout out to the Crane family. I just go ahead and say, man, I dedicate this one to you, Jason. Love you, bro. Cole, how you holding down?
So, I mean, since we're just always so real, I low-key been going through hell. Just go put it through that. Trying to stay strong, trying to be positive, but I literally yelled at my mother and my grandmother. I'd be like, they say I have a praying grandmother and a praying mother, but I'm like, ladies, if y'all don't get on y'all knees and talk to Jesus for me, because he is whoo. So yeah, it's been hell. I've never been through. So without going into a lot of detail, because if I do, I'll probably cry. I literally lost everything I have worked for and built for me and my son due to negligence of other people. And now we are not we don't have our apartment no more, and trying to find somewhere to live is a bitch. I'm just gonna put that out there for y'all. It is a bitch because the prices have raised, and being a single parent is a lot, and but I'm not giving up because I'm fighting for me and my baby, and I just want us to be back together because we're separated at this moment, and that is the worst part for me right now, not being with my son every day, regardless of if he speaks to me. It's just the quirkiness that Ethan in himself, he just gives me being himself. So I just take every moment right now, and I'm learning who and what is for me. And I'm just pushing through. I really am. And I'm enjoying because it's football season. I don't know shit, but my baby and them are 2-1, and he out here murdering people. So, so yeah, I mean, it's been my life. Turning 40 has been a bitch.
You know what? Happy belated birthday, Courtney. I know we didn't get a chance to do that on show, man, but definitely wanted to send you one, man. I know this isn't what you expected from 40, not out the gates, but
I'm supposed to be fabulous, not falling in 40. Shit. I'm fumbling in this bitch.
What they say, you ever want to make God laugh? Tell him your plans.
And I don't even be making plans, Jesus. I just be going with the flow. Shoot. Dang it.
DT, what's been up, bro? How you doing, man?
Learning that enough sometimes is enough. So, hey, I'm alive, and it's enough.
Amen.
My family is, me and my family is together, and that's enough. So it is what it is.
That's a blessing right there, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like I said, with everything I had to deal with, I know what y'all both personally were going through, man. It's just like I said, all at one time. You just like, again, God, this strongest soldier thing. It's overrated.
Send the lottery numbers.
It's overrated, man. But I just want y'all to both know, man. I love y'all. Been praying for y'all. But I know, man, we stick together, we stay strong. We gonna be all right. For real, we gonna be all right. We can be better, all right. Because goddamn, first things first, we back doing what we does. And I want to say, man, it's good to see y'all. To everybody who's tuning in tonight, y'all over here playing shy. So I know you're watching and everything. Listen, don't be no strangers over here. Comment section is wide open. You got comments, you got questions, you got thoughts about anything, opinions, whatever. Hit us up in the comment section. We respond right here live on air. But we got a nice show coming down the pipeline for y'all, man. So y'all make sure y'all stay with us, man. And let's get into it, bro. Y'all ready?
I'm ready. Even though I look like crazy, I'm ready.
First things first, man. Just to keep things light for right now, man. What was the last thing that you did for yourself that was fun? No, she didn't. No, she did.
Back. Slid down the chair.
All the way down the chair.
I went to see Equalizer yesterday.
Equalizer 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on my list of things to do. I don't know if it's gonna get there in time, but you know.
Man, it's woo
worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I'm asking like it's Denzel.
But I was about to say, I don't think he's ever failed me on anything. And then, Friday I went watch my son play football, and it was 0-32. Y'all don't understand. Like, it was, that was so much fun cheering and just seeing the joy on the boys' face and seeing all the potential that I knew they had just burst out. Like, this weekend has been full of some shitty stuff, but those two things, I had some good laughs with a friend. We went to the movies, and then we went eat, and then I saw my son play. So that's the most fun I've had in a while. So yeah.
Okay, I ain't gonna knock that. I ain't gonna lie. I was sitting here like the supporting thing is for him, really, but the movies and dinner with your friend, I got you. I'm with you on that. DT, last time you done anything fun? You looking like that, bro? But come on now, man. It ain't all been bad, bro.
Wait, didn't you win at the Spades game, or did y'all lost?
You know what? I ain't played that night.
I got my ass whipped in dominoes, but that was fun. Your mama don't play; she don't care.
I don't know the last thing I've done for myself that was fun. I don't.
Okay, what's the last thing you've done fun? Whether it involved yourself, family, or not.
Okay, yeah. When I went to my sister's house, my birthday weekend, I think.
Your birthday as well. Happy belated birthday to you as well.
Leos are the best.
I think that was the last thing.
Y'all Leos?
Yeah.
That's right. Because we just had okay. It's Virgo season now. Yeah, my child is 13 days away. Right. I ain't gonna lie. This past weekend was dope. Me and Purple went to McEachern's first home game. I'll say home game because their first game actually was at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. But their first home game was this past Friday. And the best hit I saw all night came Courtney when she sent me Ethan's tackle. Yep, that was the best hit I saw all night. McEachern was getting mopped 31-0 in the first half. And we said we're going to just at least see if they try to get a score going. And me and Purple was sitting there, and they had a drive going. Like, they didn't get a first down the entire first half. Then they had a drive going. Then on fourth down, it was like inside the 10, so you can't get a first down. They throw a fade to the back corner. I was like, he overthrew it. But the receiver got there. Problem is, he ain't catch it on fourth down. Purple's like, that's it. Let's go. I was like, all right, y'all be good. Praise God.
I'm about to say, Purple say, let's go. It's over.
Whole crowd bust out laughing. But then, bro, it was bad. It was bad. But it was time when me and my child, man, when me and her got to hang out, something we haven't had a chance to do in a while. And I know it just seems like simple stuff. Like, that's fun. Like, yeah, it actually is, bro. But also Saturday, her friend had a quinceañera. That was my first time amongst that type of culture. And it was an experience that I ain't gonna lie to you. I enjoyed. Derek, I had some of the best tacos of my life. When I tell you they brought out that aluminum foil wrapper around them tortillas, I knew exactly them the ones that somebody's abuela was making right there. I'm telling you right there, I knew it. When I unwrapped it, this thing came. Oh, that's different. You can't get them out the stove. That's different right there. But nah, man, it was dope, man, just to see the culture, the young ladies turn 15, man, and to see her family hype so much love and praise on her, man, and just welcome her into her womanhood. It was beautiful. It was beautiful, but it also just it showed me, man, it humbled me real quick too, because I ain't gonna lie, it was some things getting, but at the same time, it was more or less like, don't forget to just celebrate your children.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They can be some knuckleheads. They didn't ask to be here. They can be a problem sometimes. But at the same time, they are your children. They are amazing beings, and they are exactly who you shape and mold them to be as well. But don't forget to celebrate them, to show them how much they mean to you, because that goes a long way into the adults that they're going to become later on in life. But I saw it in a way I had never seen it before in my life, and it was dope. It really was. Now I know this child got a birthday in less than 2 weeks away, and I'm like, okay.
You black. You ain't getting
okay. I ain't gonna do all that, but we're gonna have fun. We're gonna figure it out. But anyway, man, that is just my way of saying, I know it gets dark. I know times get rough and hard, but if it's been that long since you've done something fun, it don't have to be expensive, but just take the time, make some time to have some fun in your life. Stop and have some fun. And I don't care how small it is, but just appreciate the time that we're given by actually living in the moments. You with your family, y'all ain't really got to like sit around and watch a movie together. Pop you some popcorn, go have little small picnics or whatever, man, in the park, or just find a way to have time where you say, you know what, this was actually fun. I wasn't thinking about my problems, my burdens that I've been carrying. We actually just live. And for this hour and a half, 2 hours, we were just smiling and happy to be in each other's presence. Remind yourself to do that. That's just my little tip on for the day, man. What else we got coming down the pipeline? Here we go. Parents, is there a differential treatment in raising boys and girls? And when I say differential, is there a level of certain unfairness? I see a yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, get into it, DT. I'm gonna give you that one first, bro.
Even right now, there's certain stuff that, like, my son fell off the bed earlier. Now, he ain't even 1 yet, but he fell off the bed. And, of course, he's a baby. He started crying. And I'm like, well, first of all, Dad, I told you that was the edge. I said that a couple times. You didn't want to listen. As my parents used to say, hard head makes soft behind. I told your ass that was the edge of the bed. So when he fell, you all right? Shut up. And when
So he ain't 1 yet, and this is what it is.
Like, nah, I told you that was the edge. I said that. It ain't like you didn't know, because you stopped. You looked at me. Okay, all right. When you fall, we'll see how much of a he you get then. He fell, and I was like, well, all right. You all right?
I tried to tell you.
Bet he won't touch that edge again. Or he might. He might.
He
No,
might.
he still will because he's a child. But it's like, I mean, of course, you know. Now I will say for me, I am a little different. Something I know I laugh about all the time is that my first two children were girls. My oldest is a girl, so I always laugh that when a man has a girl, it's supposed to soften him up some. Yeah, that shit didn't happen. Um,
No, no.
nah, like it didn't.
Why
It
didn't it
didn't.
happen, Derek? Did you fight? Did you rebel against it, or it just didn't
It just
naturally
didn't
come?
happen. Like I think really what it was is there's a part of me that has always felt like I had children before I had children. My I don't want to say my oldest niece and nephew because it's my oldest nephew, but it's not my oldest niece. But my brother's twins, I like they came my senior year in high school. By the time they turned one, I became like their full time nanny, pretty much. Before they turned one. So as soon as I graduated high school, I was like going to school and taking care of them. So I always felt like those were my kids before I had kids. And because of the situation with my niece, it's like that's where all my softness went. So by the time I had children of my own, and mind you, that lasted for all of, I don't know, like maybe 6 months. Because after that, you know, like what I think it's David Allen Greer where he said Boomerang. It's like all that softness just skeeted right out of me. Like just 6 months, that was it. Like, all right. So, hey, by the time they turned one, I was like, I didn't even then, there was no real softness with me. Um, by the time I had my girls, man, it was like, yeah, I understand I have girls, but at the same time, I understand the time that I live in. I understand the time that we live in. And before before your our children are seen as anything, they're seen as black. So I don't have the luxury. I've always felt like as a father, I don't have the luxury of trying to be extra nice or extra soft. Yes, I have some softness to me, but I have a wife. That y'all mama give y'all the softness that y'all need. Yeah, I can give you a hug and kiss and dance and daddy and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to certain stuff, no, daddy don't have it. There's a structure. There's discipline. This is the way things need to be done. And I don't have the time to. I don't. You're not going to be given the luxury of not receiving certain things, and I'm going to make sure that hey, you're going to get a certain level of toughness in this house because once you get older and I release you to the world, like bruh, I don't, these folks ain't nice. This shit ain't sweet out here. So for my boy, like I said, for my son, dog, I ain't gonna lie. When he get older, it's probably just gonna be a little bit worse. Like it's only going to get worse. Yeah, I will give you me and Janet talk about this all the time. We are us as parents, me, you, Co, all the parents that we know of our age. We're the best of we try to give our children what our parents didn't give us, and that's room to express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of doing that, I feel like there's a part of us where we have become what I call uh, PAPs, and what that stands for is pussy ass parents. Because yeah, we give them room to express themselves, but all the structure and obedience and discipline we had, oh, they don't get that crap now. Well, we live so much by this. Oh well, I want to give them everything I didn't have. that you forget to give them everything that you did have. And what you had, like I just told my child the other day, one thing I will not do is raise a disrespectful child. I will punch you in your mouth. Period. And dare you to call defects. Because I whoop your ass while you dialing the number. See, that's the way we were raised. That's how we were
We
raised.
didn't even know defects' number.
That shit everywhere.
So it
now,
came
boy.
up on TV, and I think all of us looked at it like, nah.
Nope.
Don't even play that game, huh?
Nah.
You don't even threaten your parents with that back in the day.
Right.
Hell no.
Because back in our day, our parents would be like, nigga, I called for you.
So I'm come pick you up right
in between the time we hang up and the time they get here, it's me and you.
Right. But
it's me and you.
Yeah, there's most definitely a difference, and there has to be a difference, especially if you got black kids. Simply that.
I mean,
Go jump in, man.
I seen it growing up with the fact because it was 3 girls and my brother was the only boy. Like they were lenient on him. Like, oh, he got so many damn chances to keep just doing what he wanted to do. He got to play every sport he wanted to play. Like, it was just like he would get to go spend the night at friends' houses. No, y'all can't go. If you go, we had to come home first thing in the morning. And I'm like, huh? Shit, if something gonna happen, it happened. Like, me coming home at 9 o'clock in the morning on the weekend ain't gonna save me, Daddy. Shit. Let me stay and play.
Let me eat breakfast.
You know, shit. But yeah, like even with my nieces, I've seen the difference and stuff. But in reality, I think it's more now, it's the position in which you were born, like the stage, like if you're the oldest, the middle, or the youngest. I see the difference in that. So the oldest ones are coddled a lot. Like the older siblings from my generation seem to be more like, help me, save me. And the younger ones is like, get this shit done. Because we were reprimanded for all their stuff that they did. So it's like when I break down, it takes a lot because I'm so used to being strong or being save everybody. So the difference I've seen, it was just in the age, like who was born first for me. Like my big sister, like my parents jump. I literally could be washing away. I literally will be losing my shit. I will be going through a lot of stuff. And my mom's like, I'm praying for you. And I'm like, Mama, stop praying for me. Sometimes I just need you to come here and fix it. That's like, don't tell me to pray about it. Don't tell me to do this. You come be my mama and do what mamas are supposed to do and fix this shit. So I don't know. And I even see now like more women who have daughters compared to me having a son. I raise my son like I'll beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? I do give him room to grow, but I told him he keep disrespecting these boundaries and my foot gonna disrespect his ass. And that's the end of it. You know, mama, you don't want to meet Courtney. I don't like when Courtney come out. She ignorant. She crazy. She crazy. I had to put her away a couple times. And people keep fucking with me, they gonna meet her.
So, unstable.
She is.
Yeah, tell these kids, man,
listen, I tell people all the time, I am named after a freaking hurricane, dude. I was born during a hurricane. So please test me if you want to. And I'm from Louisiana. Like, I really don't want people to meet me. And I tell my son that all the time. I'm like, you good, partner? You got 2 more years. You want to make it? You want to make it? So, yeah, a lot of these women are real coddly with their daughters and they swear their daughters don't do no wrong. And I'm like, these boys nowadays ain't that goddamn smart. Like the ones back in my day that was making
we wasn't smart back then.
Some of y'all had some mouthpieces. I'm just
okay. Having a mouthpiece don't mean you smart. Sometimes folk were just foolish enough to fall for it.
Yeah. So I just don't feel like the boys today put in any work.
Oh no.
It's like, I'm cute, like me. I
That's
play
all
sports
kids.
like
Now I ain't
you.
gonna lie to you. That ain't just boy. That's all kids. They think they wake up and piss excellence and they deserve the world because of that. but
Yeah,
no,
so
man. I'll let me close this one out and then we're gonna take a break after that. I don't. I know that there can be a differential in treatment. I have acknowledged to both mine. Yeah, I raised y'all differently. I talk to him more fierce than I do my daughter. Why? My daughter needs to know what it is when a man talks to her. She don't need to hear
true.
a certain level of aggression from me. I don't ever want her to know what that is. And I'm not saying that she won't find out. She just ain't gonna hear from her father. You feel me? I'm gonna be straightforward and I'm gonna be direct with her. But with him, I have to prep him. Because the world don't give two shits about your feelings. They don't care about what you got going on. They want you to just get it done. Because you're a black man, sir. And you ain't got no excuses for nothing. We've given you the time frame. Get it done. We don't care what you got going in your life. Get it done. We don't care who you lost in your life. Get it done. That's how the world is going to treat you. And I have to get him ready because when he's tired, when he's frustrated, when he's angry, when his feelings are hurt, whatever it may be, that's when he wants to stop and dad, can I just get no, push through. Get your head right, push through. You need a breather, take a deep breath, pray about it, get back to it. You don't have time. The world don't care. I have to prep him for that because life's going to show him something and he got to be ready. He got to be able to think quick. He got to be able to respond quick. He's going to have a job that's going to make him feel less than a man. And he's got to be strong enough not to just walk out when he got a wife and kids at home or whatever it is he's got going on, his situation. Because you can't just walk out when they call you pussy ass little boy or sorry mother, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever names that you feel are disrespectful. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm ready to pop you, but I understand that rent, them electricity, that car note ain't gonna pay itself if I hit you.
Yeah.
And then if I do hit you, that word gonna spread and these folks ain't gonna want to hire me.
And it's gonna add another bill.
Call bond. Yeah, we cause don't call me. You can't control your temper. Don't call me. Don't no. If you get locked over for something because you couldn't control your temper, daddy prepped you for that. You failed the test. Deal with it. I prepped you for that. So no, I do when it comes to that part, the way my level of my my aggression or my tone or whatever, I'm more strict with him than I am with her. That oldest thing I think played out with me because I was the experimental baby. My parents had me when they were 20. So who they were at 20 weren't the same parents when they were 25 when they had the middle child or 30 when they had the baby.
Yeah, they got practice.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, now I don't think the age thing mattered as much now than it did back then. But now definitely I do have a way I speak to him that's different from the way I speak to her. But I have learned that I'm not coddling nobody.
Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Exactly. Because again, male or female, both of y'all black. You wrong when you walk out the door. They look at you like you gotta prove your innocence because you already guilty from day one.
Guilty, so proven.
Nah, I ain't coddling nobody. I'm gonna have you ready. Anyway,
it's also the way the difference in how you do. Like again, when my child get older, when my son gets older, he will be the one to take out the trash. Will my girls know how to take out trash and cut the grass and all that? Yeah, but even when my girls get older, you get your own place. You're not married. You need somebody to cut the grass. You call me or you call your brother. Yeah, you're gonna know how to do it in case we're not available, but it's not something I want you to do. Like, nah, I come cut your grass or whatever. In the house, he gonna take out the trash. My girls.
If you got that bigger version to it, Get in the
My
park.
wife, no, she's not. Hate to say it like this. I don't want no women to jump down my throat, but my wife is not allowed to like take out the trash. Like, yeah, call me and tell me the trash is overflowing. I take it out. Like, take it to the curb or something like that. If I forget to take it to the curb, yeah, of course I want you to take it to the curb. But like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, you need to it's your week. Take the trash to the curb.
Oh no,
Nah.
no,
I
no.
still
I
call
took
my
out the
dad.
last bag of trash. You got to take. No, that's not.
Oh no,
That's not.
no.
As far as I know, when I was growing up,
So y'all saying I could
my
call
mama
y'all
would never.
place, y'all can come take the trash out if Ethan ain't home.
Okay, right, rock that. I ain't driving nowhere to take out trash. Now, if you had a house and was like, hey, I need my grass cut. Ethan he in college, it's like, okay, well, tell Ethan he owe me, an interception and 5 tackles, but yeah, I couldn't cut the grass. I got you. Right.
Or after the game, appreciate you, Uncle Derek, holding it down with cutting the yard. Like, you shout out something.
Take the kids to
Okay,
Disney World.
you got 100 push-ups. I saw you get beat twice for touchdowns. I don't like it. Not at all.
Hey, pause real quick, man. We gonna take a quick break here on BWNC Radio. This is I Am Woe Podcast. DT Cole, I'm Woe. Give about a minute and a half, bro. We'll be right back here. Don't go take a pee break, but don't leave. Don't leave. We got plenty more coming. It was so nice I had to play it twice, but I'm dead serious. Go download the app. Stop playing. Black with No Chaser Radio, BWNC Radio. Go get that. I'm telling you, right about now, it's getting late for real, and Flowetry is singing over there. You feel me? It's getting late, and Flowetry is over there singing right now. I'm for real. Y'all go ahead and download that app, man. You say you support your folks. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Mm-hmm. It's free. Download the app. What you got to lose?
Free 99, baby.
You feel me? You crank up, you on your ride or whatever. It play in the car just fine. Just fine. You out walking, running at the gym, it play just fine. You ain't got no excuse, man. You say you support your folk. Do what you need to do and go download that app. Anyway, man, let's get back to it. We are back here on BWNC Radio. This is I Am Woe Podcast. I'm Woe, DT, Cole in the lab with us, man. And hey, y'all, let's get to it, man. We got another one. This one is called Forgive and Forget. Everybody, we just got to go ahead and just keep it a beam about this, okay? I want to ask you this one. How difficult is it for you to forgive others? That's the first part of this. How difficult is it for you to forgive others?
It's easy.
I just don't want to sometimes.
She's honest.
Oh yeah, I'll make your life, not even make your life hell. Like I can go years and not give a shit. I won't forgive you. It like the crazy part is right before I turned 40 and then when I turned 39, I had like these aha moments, and I mended something, but it wasn't to basically become to get anything out of it. It was more for myself. And I forgave some people that for years I had just basically, it was like, if you see me, don't speak. If you see my picture, you see whatever, don't like it. Don't communicate nothing with me, because if I see you on site, I'll kick you in the face. That's how it was. But I just woke up and I was just like, I'm tired of being angry at people. I'm tired of being upset for people. And I took responsibility for some of the shit that I might have contributed to make the situation what it was. And I apologize for my part in it. And if I had hurt them in any way or said anything that made them feel some kind of way, and I apologize. It wasn't to become anything other than just have that closure, because sometimes people need that and they don't know. So
I applaud your honesty. I really do. DT, jump in here, man.
You know, before I answer, let me ask you this: what does it mean to forgive somebody?
What does it mean to forgive somebody? Meaning
Yeah.
that I'm
Right.
no longer, like, for instance, when you wrong me, I hold your feet to the fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding you accountable. Um, until you hold yourself accountable. Until you can own it enough to apologize and right the matter. That's what it is to me. And then once somebody does that, you know, can you forgive that and truly just be like, you know,
like you believe they
it's
didn't.
water under the bridge?
Yeah, you
Okay.
don't believe
Yeah.
they did viciously. You know what I'm saying?
It's easy, at least for me. It's very easy to forgive people, um, because uh, if I'm being totally honest, I don't, I don't, I don't give a shit enough. So that's probably why it's easy for me. I don't care enough. Um, you don't, you don't ever have to even acknowledge that you've done anything wrong, as far as I'm concerned. Like you don't, you don't, you don't want to acknowledge it. Cool, you ain't got to acknowledge it.
Flag on the play.
I'm, I'm at, I am at a point in my life where there's nobody. There are 4 people that I need to talk to every day. That is Janet
What up, man?
Sharita. That is Destiny Rose. That is Serenity Lynn. And that is Derek Jr. Those are the only 4 people that I actually need to talk to every single day. I don't need to talk to anybody else every day. So anybody who does something wrong to me, okay, hey, it is what it is. Trust and believe me when I tell you I don't have the mental capacity or the emotional capacity to care enough to be like, hey, you did this wrong. I need you to acknowledge it because I need to forgive you. Nah, I've already forgave you. It's all good.
Here's another thing though. Ain't nothing to forgive if nobody ever apologizes. Nobody tries to right the wrong. You feel me? So there's nothing to forgive until someone actually acknowledges it. Um, I'll say this. I am the type of person who, because I don't, nothing about me is ever malicious. I don't ever go out to try to really just harm anybody. So if anybody coming wrong me, it blows me away because I'm like, what the hell did I do to you? Why did I deserve that? It leaves me actually confused because I know, Derek, I like how you say you don't care and this is that. I'm more of a person who's, I stay in my own lane. I mind my business. I'm really good at it. I'm a professional at it. Like for real. I'm so good at it though that I can from time to time overlook things or miss things, I might miss some things because I'm head down in my lane, minding my business. That's what I do. So, like I said, if somebody goes out their way to do something or say something or I'm like, Nah, I'm not. I'm not the type who just say I don't care that they did, X, Y, and Z, because I know I ain't deserving. I don't come after nobody. I don't send for nobody. So ain't no reason for nobody to come for me. But where it is on the forgiveness side of it is, as long as you can acknowledge it, I forgive you. I ain't see. Imagine when somebody does something to you, that is now them transferring 50-pound weights to you. Here, hold it. How long you intend on holding on to that? Now, at first, you might walk around like, hey, what is this? What we doing with this? After so long, I'm not asking no more questions. So, like I said, man, I'm gonna sit there and okay, if you cool, I'm gonna let it go. I ain't got time to be sitting here, and even then, just because if they don't acknowledge it, and there's of course nothing to forgive, don't mean that I'm harboring. Man, wait till I see such and such. Man, it's gonna be. Man, I ain't got time for that. That part I don't care. But the forgiveness part is one thing. Second part of this question: how easily do you forget after a person has apologized for wronging you?
I don't forget shit.
Ned,
I ain't
say I don't forget shit.
Because I don't think you should forget stuff, because just because you forgive it don't mean you forget it, because it puts that standard in which you need to hold that person. Because my thing is, certain people move a certain way, and these are just stepping stones to show you, are warning signs. You know what I'm saying? So if you forget everybody that did everything that was done wrong to you, you would never have that caution when it comes again from somebody else. You wouldn't know what's coming, because you would be like, oh, everything's great. The world's just wonderful. Nah, fuck that. It's like saying you stump your toe on the sofa and you don't move that sofa because the spacing is too much. Then you gonna just keep going. That's why you don't forget stuff. You gotta remember. And it's not to hold a grudge or nothing. It's just to, now you know what you won't stand for or what you won't fall for either.
That's beautiful said. I've had plenty of people that have never acknowledged they wronged me, but I moved on from it. I keep it in my mental Rolodex though.
And that's I'm glad she said that, because that's why that is personally why I don't believe that a person has to acknowledge they've done something wrong in order for you to forgive them. You don't have to acknowledge it. Is because the fact is that what nobody can argue with, and this is the beautiful thing, the beautiful, or slash, I don't know, messed up, however you want to look at it, thing about um when it comes to being wronged. Nobody can tell you how you feel. So if you feel that something was done wrong, and if I tell Cole, if I tell you you did something wrong to me, this is how I felt, and you say, well, I didn't do that. Well, now you're basically telling me that my feelings aren't valid. So at that point, it's like, what's this discussion actually about? So I don't need anybody to actually acknowledge that they've done wrong. Nah, you good regardless. But what Cole just said is very true. As there's only a few other people who actually live their life like I do. My sister-in-law is most definitely one of them. But me and Jazz believe that life can actually be summed up in music and movies. And J. Cole says it: "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't put the blame on you." So it's it to me. That's the very important thing of, I'm not forgetting a damn thing, because once is a mistake, twice is a trend, three times is who the fuck you are.
It's choices.
See, here's my thing, and I agree with all of that. It's a slight tweak for me. So you say once is a mistake. That's where I don't always agree. Sometimes when it's simply fuck you, it's simply fuck you. And it don't take multiple times for it to be that. Um Nat says she literally started rapping the verse.
No, right? It happens all the time. See,
I was doing it mentally while you.
all right, now you are see, you part of the circle because that's what happens.
But you know what?
Life
This
life
jazz
will
cousin.
make you do that. Like, it's certain stuff that happen in life, and you put a verse to it, and all of a sudden now that song just becomes part of your theme. This is what it is now.
No, but I say but no, when people see that's why I pay attention. Malicious is a key word. Okay, so it could be one time, but if your intent was malicious, you meant to cause harm, you meant to hurt me. It was fuck me straight from the jump. I forgive if you I can forgive if you acknowledge or whatever, but the malicious intent, I'll never forget it. That lets me know who you are
and how to rock with you.
and how you move. And it ain't even. And here's the thing: if that was how you move and how you rock, I don't rock with you. We won't have a relationship going forward. I'm not gonna keep somebody around me that intentionally wants to cause me harm, wants to bring me pain, is out to do me wrong. It won't be a second time.
Or not willing to learn to, because and I get what Derek was saying, how I might feel like something done to me, that person might not have felt like it was wrong. But the thing is, that's the saying, a closed mouth won't get fed. Nobody know you hungry unless you tell them you hungry, or you go fix your own goddamn food. So either I'm going to tell you I was hurt, or I'm going to fix the situation by taking you out the picture. Or if you're willing to understand that this type of stuff I don't do that to me. But if that's not what you want to do, then cool. We don't need to rock together. You know what I'm saying? So it's just levels to it. It just depends on the person. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right. And it definitely is
And I
levels
take
in it,
the
but it's what's that?
I take the flip side to what Cole just said. Like, although her way sound very murderous, like I just take you out the picture. Like, damn, I ain't trying to kill nobody. Like, nah, I'll remove me. I remove myself. Like, nah, I'm good. I'll stay away. Like, nah,
But see,
I ain't.
we talk about communication on this show. Let me just go ahead and just do this. We talk about communication on the show, being able to elaborate and express ourselves in an appropriate manner to keep from having misunderstandings and misfortunes. And so I do believe if somebody has wronged you, you have a right to say, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? Bro, when you said or when you did, it made me feel X, Y, and Z. I think that's actually a very mature way of handling things. I think that's the proper way of handling things. Now they can sit there and say, well, I didn't, yada, yada, yada. They can't say they didn't do it, for one. It happened. So you cannot say
Yes, I
that you
can.
didn't do it. The intent behind it, you could probably say, well, I didn't mean to. But the whole
Nah,
thing
they
is,
still say they didn't do it. They still say they didn't do it, and that's why. That's why me
so they
personally,
don't,
I
so they
believe in
basically
coaching.
just now it's gone from just saying something to hurt you or doing something to now they lying.
People do that.
Again, this is why I believe
That's what I'm saying. When that happened, like, go
certain
ahead.
conversations don't need to be had. They don't.
Because it's
Like,
gonna further it. Yeah.
if I come slap you, you don't need to tell me that, hey man, you slapping me hurt my feelings. I know what the fuck I did. I
Oh, no,
know
no,
I
no, no, no,
slapped
no, no,
you.
no, 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 no.
It's not on me.
If we
It's
were
not on
physically
you to be like,
present,
man.
if we were physically present amongst each other, of course, don't that need. Hell
That's
no, ain't
and
no
see
conversation they need
that's
to
what I
be
mean.
said.
Like,
But that's kind of
if
like with words. Sometimes you don't have to physically touch somebody. The way you might say something can emotionally or mentally touch somebody. And that's what you did.
But that's what I'm saying. Sometimes people are not emotionally intelligent enough to realize what they said made you feel that way. So that's why, hey, when you said, when you did, it made me feel yada yada yada, and I didn't appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't understand, or I didn't agree with it. My kids need to be able to do that to me. I need to be able to do that with my folk. Like I said, like you said, a closed mouth don't get fed. How can the behavior change if they don't know?
But then you'll learn, because sometimes some people be like, "Oh man, stop being a little bitch." It wasn't like that.
See, here's the thing. If that's your mentality, get fucked from around me.
But that's how some
I'm
people
dead
think.
serious. I'm not doing that. Stop being a bitch stuff.
Again, I don't
Get the fuck around me, bro.
Because I don't like I said, I personally just don't care about a lot of stuff that much. The last situation I had was literally I'm just gonna remove myself, and it was with a person who I spoke to this person, man, was trying to speak to this person man to man, and he went a different route with the conversation and allowed something to happen that shouldn't have happened. Well, I ain't spoke to that person since. I don't need to, don't want to, don't plan on it, nothing. Because I don't need to tell you like, hey, bro, last time we spoke, man, I was trying to talk to you man to man, handle the situation man to man, and you did X, Y, and Z. Bro, you were present when you did it. You know what you did. Ain't no conversation for me to have with you. It's that simple.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
But the funny part is some people know when they do some wrong shit.
If he knew.
Yeah.
What'd you say,
because
Cole?
I've learned like people around me, like I kind of shut down. Like if I feel like I heard, like, like sometimes you hear somebody say, well, such and such said that, and that came from them because that's just their character. So when you start moving different and they start trying to do more and be overexerting, like they're trying to be super like, oh, because they know that what they said or what they did. So it's like I move different with you because I know how you truly feel. And it's cool, and I'm gonna keep moving in that direction. But I get what you're saying, Derek. Sometimes I don't need to tell a grown ass person that you fucked up. You a fucked up individual. So I'm not gonna waste my breath. I'm gonna just keep it moving past you.
If it's worth it,
If it's
worth it, we're gonna have a conversation. If not, I promise you, if I ain't been moving, if I don't need you to move forward in my life or doing it, I'm not gonna make that kind of effort. Yeah. But if we are who we say we are, if the relationship is who we say it is, then yeah, we do owe each other that conversation.
The conversation was old before you went behind my back and talked about me or did something behind my back or did something to me that you knew was fucked up. That conversation is voided at that. You know what I'm saying? If you know me for a while, you know my character, or you should know my character. When you do shit to me like that, man, I've held, man, I don't even want to say grudges, but I've gone without speaking to people for years, and it did not hurt my heart.
Oh no, I ain't gonna hold no grudge.
You could have deaths in your family, births in your family. You could have went through hell and high water, and if me giving you would have saved your life. Tell Jesus I said what's up. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Tell the devil I said hey.
Anyway, man, let's move on. We got another one to get into right here. This one right here. This one right here. You say you want a man, but you too good to fix his plate.
Who?
I've seen someone fix it. He got 2 hands. He can get up. He can do that. Fix his plate. He ain't his mama. Fix his plate.
That was a thing in my family. Sorry.
Let me just have a lesson real quick.
All I know is I always loved making my Clarence a plate.
What's that, Grandma?
Well, when we came up, it was different from the way it is now. When a black man went out into the world, they treated him like he wasn't a man. So the least I could do when Clarence came home was make him a plate. Make him feel like he was somebody. Let him know that somebody loved him, even though the world didn't.
Did we get the significance in that?
That shit almost made me cry.
Elaborate, man.
That's how it is. That's really how it is today. And thank you to God, my wife, who crazy enough, and let me say this. For every woman who grew up without both mother and father and all this, that, and the third, and oh, I never saw, good relationships, whatever. Um, excuses are like assholes. Everybody got one, and all of them full of shit. So I could care less about an excuse because my wife can say the same thing, but unless I decide to, unless I say, "Nah, baby, go ahead," I damn near never fix my own plate. I remember literally I think we had just gotten married. I know for a fact we hadn't been married a year. And I was working in a warehouse called Siemens. And a schedule that was 7:30 to 4:15, 6:15 if we worked 10 hours or whatever. Well, busy season, yeah, you might work a little bit late. I think I might have got off at 9 o'clock. It's an hour drive to get home. I get to my house, my wife gets up I'm like, what you doing? I'm finna cook you something to eat. It's damn near 10 o'clock. What you mean you finna cook me something to eat? Man, I eat some cereal. Nah, I'll cook you something to eat. We literally had this discussion, not an argument, but this discussion at 10 o'clock at night. Like, bruh, I will fix a sandwich. I fix some cereal, something like that. But the woman was adamant about, no, I will fix you something to eat. This is a woman who didn't grow up seeing a mother and father communicate. This is a woman who didn't have, certain relationships around her or something like that. But she decided what the fuck she wanted to do. She decided what kind of woman she was going to be, what kind of wife she was going to be. I could care less about what you did and did not see. And that, tell you the truth, that shit go for men too. Like, bro, I get it. Okay, your father wasn't there. Are you really trying to tell me that you ain't never seen a good man in your life ever? Ever? I ain't buying that shit, bro. I'm not buying that at all.
They probably did. They just called him soft or some kind of sucker and dismissed him. So they didn't get to pay attention to those moves.
Again, life can be lived out of music. First off, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real. You're the only father that I ever knew. I get my bitch pregnant, I'm gonna be a better you. Oh, you can find good men. I don't care if you turn on the TV.
J. Cole has been quoted twice in one show. There we go.
But it's not like people act like, oh well, I can't do this because of this, or I can't do that because of that. No, bro, those are your choices. Those are your choices. Period.
I respect that 100%. I'm not gonna give no adult the excuse of saying I didn't have someone there, so I didn't learn how to do X, Y, and Z. Let me be real with you. We got Nintendos. They came with instructions. We didn't always read them. We learn how to play the game by simply doing what? Playing the game. You get in, you figure things out. You have kids. Kids don't come with instruction manuals. Now you can sit and say, well, I'm gonna do the same thing that my parents. You're gonna learn quickly that child ain't you. And they don't respond the way that you responded to certain things. Also, because they haven't had the traumatic experiences that you had growing up. Because you have to acknowledge you had some traumatic experiences growing up. They're not as tough as you. And that's okay. But you learn your person. You learn your people. You say you want to be in a relationship, a marriage. Learn your person. Simple as that. Why is this so important to you? It's okay to ask that question. You're not being a smart ass by asking that question. It's simply saying, I love you enough that I want to understand your thought process behind it. Why does this matter to you? My wife, a grown woman.
Cole, before you, I was gonna say, Cole, before you go, can I say something? I just want quick little story, and I'll give it without giving I'm gonna give it without giving names and nothing like that. This is why I say, you're going to do what you want to do. It ain't about what you saw. Me, and three other, no, it was 3 or 4 other guys that I knew. All of us with our significant others. We were all at somebody's house one day. And these guys, and I think it was 3 of us, it was 4 total. But these guys were outside. We might have been, I think we were playing basketball or something like that. The women of us are in the house. They were cooking, whatever. Food ready. Okay, cool. We coming in. We come in the house. There are 3 plates on this table. 3 plates sitting on the table. And then there's one person sitting at the table eating. The 3 women have fixed plates for their men. One of these women has sat down to eat. This one other woman has sat down to eat. Her man walks in and is like, just looks, doesn't say nothing. Ain't finna call. I'm assuming ain't finna cause a situation, nothing like that. But everybody in the house noticed the situation. Apparently, except for the damn woman who was sitting down eating. Didn't think that it was a problem. Everybody else in the house noticed. Oh, that's fucked up. You're gonna do what you want to do, man. It ain't about what you did and did not see. You're gonna do what you want to do. Hell, if nothing else, this woman could have looked around and noticed the other 3 women are making plates. If for only tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and make his plate and go ahead and if for only this night, I'm gonna do it. No. Didn't want to do that.
Wait, I think you done told me this story before. Was it at your house?
No.
After show.
It was at the dude's house, huh?
Yes, it was.
The dude that got left out?
Yes.
So it was at his house and he was the one left out.
Yes.
So being a woman who don't have a man, I've always seen all my aunts, my grandmother, even on my dad's side, my grandmother wasn't married, but I think I bought I've only ever bought 2 people home with me. And when I bought my boyfriend home with me, he trying to jump up to go fix his place. I'm like, you sit your ass down, boy. What the fuck wrong with you? Like, sit down.
You gonna run me up out of here.
I'm like,
you gonna give me a whooping. You better sit your ass down.
They gonna run me up out this house.
So it's like, even now, like, I don't even let my, like, and I'm not saying, my son is my man, but I don't let my son get in the habit of fixing his own plate, because you need to understand how to be catered to and treated well. And I always speak, and people like, he not a baby. He's not. But I do see that my son do go to school. He go to football practice. This young man is striving to do better in his life, and he's tired. And even today, like, we were at my sister in her house, and he's like, Mama, I'm hungry. Can you just fix me some noodles? I said, okay, babe, mommy got you. I fixed my son's plate. Even when I had any dude, just period. If you my guest, my friend, or whatever, I don't ever let a man around me fix their own plate. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that, because it's like, it was always known that even if my dad didn't eat his plate was fixed first. So
nobody eat till daddy get his plate.
Yeah, and my whole thing is, I even did this for one of my friends. Like, I would call, like, hey, I know you about to get off. You hungry? Do you want me to fix something? And I think it shocked him, because he was like, huh? No, I'm good. I can grab something. No, I'm cooking for me and eat anyway. What you want to eat? And I would fix him and Ethan's plate, and I would make sure they both had their food. Like, you didn't come in my kitchen. If you want seconds, let me know. I'll go get it. You know what I'm saying? So I just learned that, and it's from seeing. But also, in the end of the day, my grandmother that wasn't married, she knew it. Because it's, to me, it's not even something you have to see, but to me, it's I want someone to treat me like this. So I'm gonna treat you like that. So in the services that I give you, there's things that a man could give to me like that. Like the opening of the doors and you know what I'm saying? Things like that. I don't ask. I didn't, like last night when I went to the movies with my friend. I didn't ask him to do that. He would hold the doors. I tried to put your hand up. Like, who the fuck are you to hit me? I'm sorry. I was trying to open the door. Don't touch that door. You get what I'm saying? So it's just how you want to be treated. Like, you don't want nobody. Man, I don't get women like that. These men, and I get it. Women work hard too, and even if your man probably get home before you, you never know that day, because you have done so well at being the woman for your king. I ain't gonna say your king. He gonna treat you like his queen. There's men in the family that fix plates, like there's a grill. Men go make sure this is set aside and this is done or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I've been served. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it's not like,
I'm glad you did that, because I want to end it right here with that. You say you want a man, but you won't fix his plate. Here's the thing: being a spouse isn't willing to be a servant to each other, be of service to each other. Not a slave, a servant of service to each other. Okay, it's a difference. So again, my wife will fix plates.
I've seen it.
Not an issue.
She from Louisiana. I ain't worried about that. My cousin.
Not an issue. You feel me? But I know when my wife has had a long day, or even when she's been in the kitchen cooking and them feet get to hurting because she's been on the whole time, I said, babe, go sit down. I'll fix your plate. That's just me saying, I appreciate you even fixing this meal. You went in here and fried fish and got some greens and cornbread and mashed potatoes. I got you. Sit down. I'll fix your plate. It's being willing to what you want to drink. I got that. I can do that. Yeah, it's being willing to service one another. It's really as simple as that. And if you can't do something as simple as fix your man a plate, stop asking where the good men at. Stop saying that you're ready for marriage. Stop saying you're not ready to be of service to your husband, to your significant other. You ain't ready for marriage. Hell, you ain't even ready for a committed relationship. Because I don't know no man who really just gonna stay in a committed relationship with somebody who is above being of service to them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, a servant, being of service to your partner, your spouse, is not the same thing as slavery. Stop trying to make that correlation. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But here's the thing: it's an act of God. What was the story where Jesus went to the house and he washed what's her name feet? She wanted to wash his feet and he washed hers. Willing to be of service. Come on, man. Don't ask for something you ain't ready for.
Exactly.
Simple as that. Lastly, this one right here, man. We just gonna keep it all the way of being for real. We've been doing good, but we ain't gonna run from this. So tell me your true thoughts and feelings on some of these podcasts when it comes to relationship conversations between men and women. Cole, jump out here first.
I feel like a lot of the shows are combative. It's like they keep going head. It's like they just keep talking about this the problem, this the problem, this the problem. All right, let's get a solution. And then we have to sometimes understand that we have just to agree to disagree, because everything is not gonna be solvable. And I think that's the problem. They think every one relationship fits in that box, and no one relationship is the same. What worked for that one may not work for this one. You know what I'm saying? So because it's so many different dynamics in relationships, and you know, in one home it might be that the man is the breadwinner and he's this, he's that to the outside world. But then on the other hand, it could be the woman that's the breadwinner. So these arguments about who's in charge, it's so crazy. Or who treat who like this and who do this. It's entirely, I feel like they just try to put everybody in one box, and then they try to come with these quick little quotes like da 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 ooh. And everybody's like, yeah, you're right. Nah, that ain't gonna work for this relationship. That ain't the same. That ain't working over here. So it's like, but it's always, it's the woman's fault. It's the man's fault. Quit putting fault at each other. Maybe you just with the wrong motherfucker.
Let the church say amen. DT, what's your thoughts, man?
I'll disagree with the first part of what you said, Cole, in terms of the problem thing. Y'all know in my blackness I do a lot of reading and a lot of listening to certain people, but Dr. Umar explained something one day where he said, you know, a lot of times we as black people, we actually don't focus enough on the problems. And when you don't focus enough on the problems, what you end up doing is ruining possible solutions. And the example he gave, he said, think about it like a car. If I know there's something wrong with my car and I'm not a mechanic and I go under this hood trying to fix what's wrong with this car, I'm either going to make something worse or I'm going to waste the resources that I had to fix the car. But instead, what I need to be doing is trying to read up on my car, understand the car, understand what the problem actually is. You know, there's an old saying that says that in order to first defeat a machine, in order to defeat a machine, you must first know how the machine works. So understanding the problems, I think, is a very important thing. However, where I will agree is we don't want to just understand the problems. We want to place blame for a problem.
Yeah.
And okay, now what? I'm one of those people who I've always been like this. Yeah, I did. So what now? Because as always, 9 times out of 10, anytime there's a situation between two people, if I simply just say, yeah, I did it, now what? You don't have a response for that.
You just want to
You
argue.
literally just want to argue about it.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, I did. Now what? Exactly. So now that you know that all this shit was about you just being right, you're right. Now what? You don't have a response. Okay. Well, since you're right, let's actually work on fixing the problem. What I feel like too many of the podcasts actually do is, as Cole said, it's, well, men do, or women do, or men do, or women do. Okay, yeah, we all do that. Now what?
Exactly.
Like, does it matter what this woman does, what that woman does, and all women do this? Does it matter if all men do this and all men do that and whatever? Does it matter? Because what the real issue is, which people say it, but I don't think they really understand it. What the real issue is, which is what you're actually doing in the first place, is the main goal is black women over here, black men over here, never shall the two meet. That's the actual problem. So are we gonna focus on that shit? Like, are we gonna actually Yeah, we say it, but are we going to focus and acknowledge that and actually fix that? Of course not. Of course not, because that means everybody then has to put their guns away or put their fighting their fighting instruments down, and we all now have to come to the table and deal with each other on a real level. Hey, you're right. I haven't been there for my family. I haven't taken care of things like I should have. I will do better. You know what? You're right. I have placed a check over the importance of the father. I have placed uh my hot girl summer over simply just being a mother and a wife. I'm sorry. I won't do that anymore. You're right. Now let's come together and fix that. Ain't nobody trying to do that shit. Ain't nobody trying to do that shit.
They just want to win.
Right. Because it's about the wins.
But there's no
I
prize.
won.
Yeah, but there's no
Right.
prize to win.
And no, well, that's the funny thing is there is a prize, but the prize is each other, and you fools are too ignorant to realize it. That's the goddamn prize. We are the prize.
Being a unit instead of separate would be amazing. Like I look at a lot of Black men sometimes, and I would just be like, because somebody told me when I was like, I'm tired of being single, and it's just like whatever. It's like, well, maybe you should try dating outside your race. No, thank you. No, thank you. I want a Black man.
Listen, and I'm so glad all of this is taking place because allow me to do this, and then we're gonna start rapping. But the reason I even brought that up is because what we do here, I've said it from day one. We are working on bridging the communication gap between Black men and the people we love and care for. Because we lose out on so many different connections with our people because we struggle to just say simple shit. We really do. Mm-hmm. The most awkward thing, the hardest things for me to do when I watch movies. You ever seen them little love movies? That's why I don't even really like watching love stories no more. But you ever seen them little movies where the guy is so in love with a girl and she's standing right there in front of him? And I get it if he says the movie's over, but your opportunity to say what you need to say is right there in front of you. And what does he do?
Let you fall in love with the other one.
I was just wondering if you had Cheryl's number. I was gonna call Cheryl later to get the homework from her. What you need to be said could have been said right there. I hate watching those things. So, but I mean, like, it's literally stuff that our children is waiting to hear from us. We struggle at saying stuff. Our spouses, significant others are waiting to hear from us. We struggle to get that shit out. People do us wrong. We struggle to express how we feel. Like, it's a lot of shit these jobs be putting us through. Clamp down. And then what we do, we go home. And that's when we open our mouths and we say all the wrong stuff. People at home didn't do it. So again, I said all that to say this. When we talk about relationships on this show, it's simply because we're trying to make things better. Y'all are absolutely right with this shit. That pointing the finger shit drives me it's crazy. Men do this. Women do it. And then I hate when they get real specific. All men, all women, first of all, stop lumping fuck boys and grown men in the same category.
But when the fuck did you meet everybody?
Because the shit you talking about, I ain't never heard of nobody. I have never done it. And the people around me, they don't even rock like that. When they say birds of a feather flock together, we don't have fuck boys around us. So when I hear some of the stuff, I'm like, that sounds absolutely ridiculous. That's because I'm not cut like that, and neither are the people around me. So stop saying all men. Stop saying all women. Secondly, stop pointing fingers. Check yourself. Derek, what we always say, TI versus TIP moment. When the last time you got in the mirror and checked yourself? When the last time you just sat down and really just owned your shit? Everything going bad, yada, yada, yada. What have you done? What are your contributions to this shit show? Man, she don't never listen. She won't never yada yada. What are you doing for her to listen to you? You don't help her with shit. You don't contribute on nothing. All you do is go flip burgers, come home and play Madden. You don't help her with the kids. You don't know what's going on at school. You don't know who got whatever learning disabilities. You don't know nothing going on in this household. But then you like, why she won't listen? What? But stop. Check yourselves first, man. Stop pointing fingers at each other. I wish we could do that. But I know at the same time, a lot of this stuff, and that's why I keep telling folks, social media ain't real. A lot of this stuff is for clickbait.
I said that to somebody.
That ain't what we doing here. We really gonna do the work.
Yeah.
We want our brothers and sisters to be happy, healthy. You feel me? In whatever type of relationship it may be. Whatever your sexual preference is, cool. Whatever your preferential in monogamy, whatever. Do you. But we still want you to just be happy in whatever it is you're doing. So we're going to try to give you the tools, whatever it is, so you can have the best possible relationship. Stop listening to that bullshit on social media. Stop commenting and everything. See, they know exactly. Shut up. They don't know you. You trying to make a correlation that ain't there. They shit ain't yours and your shit ain't theirs.
And it's as the king himself, as the king would say, T.I., y'all better start checking these motherfuckers' paperwork, bro. Like, y'all got people telling y'all shit, and these motherfuckers ain't been in a successful relationship their whole lives.
God, I swear to God, that's why I'm saying, that's why I be skeptical of all that shit, because it's a certain one. I ain't gonna say his name, but I swear you giving me Derrick Jackson vibes, boy. Every time I see you talk, Derrick Jackson vibes.
I would call his name. I'm just on that.
I know his name.
I'm on that.
Just ain't gonna...
I'm on that type of time right now. That I don't, my IGF meter is very low. So if I knew who he was talking about, I call his name because I don't care.
No,
oh, I'm just
like I used to do the
okay, I got you. I got you, man. I'm gonna bite my tongue. Anyway, man, on that note, look. All right, so from that point on, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up, man. What y'all got going on this week, man? Anything coming up down the pipeline? Anything y'all need people to pray for, support, whatever? Nope.
Oh, my baby got a game Thursday. Pray for just keeping him strong and healthy and safe. That's always my thing. And just all prayers are
strong, healthy. I said, he's strong, he's healthy, have a good game. They lose by 50.
Wait, who they play this week?
I don't know. He got a game. It don't really matter.
They play Wheeler?
Miller Grove.
Oh, Miller Grove.
I said it don't really matter. He go to Campbell. So
we've been winning, Derrick.
Okay, I don't care. I hope he has.
He don't care. He's an Osborne.
I hope he has 10 tackles.
Okay,
I hope he has 10 tackles, 3 interceptions, a forced fumble, and they lose by 30. That's just how. That's how I feel.
You just pray your nephew do good. Don't win. Don't worry.
I said I hope he had 10 tackles. 10 tackles, 10 tackles, 2 or 3 interceptions, a forced fumble, punt return for a touchdown, and they lose by 30. That's what this is what it is.
That ain't no way in the world they're gonna lose by 30. I'm just
say that.
They can yes, they could. They can still lose by 30. And that's my prayer for him. That's my prayer every game. Like, I hope he has a great game and they lose by 30 all the time.
The other team. Okay.
Cole, is it a home game this week?
No, it's at it's at Miller Grove.
Okay.
We play so September 15th is homecoming. I know Derrick's not gonna come, but Ethan wanted everybody to come to support him for his homecoming game.
I've been on the school campus
before Rain's birthday, so
I've been on the school campus a couple of times, and that was when we had to play there. You know, I don't think I.
Well, with that being said, man, look, we just want to say thank y'all for tuning in.
Derek, let
I
it
will
go.
say this. I'll say this. Thank y'all for being patient with us, man. Like I said, we know we got to get our momentum back up, man. Give our routines back up. So look, you watching this, make sure you like, share, subscribe to us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
And some prayers.
Copy the link, send it to your folk in the text message. I don't care. But get it out there, man. It's some folks who need this work. We got it out here, man. We having a good time doing what we does. But share. We're back. We'll be back next Sunday. Don't doubt us. Like I said, we coming back full strength. Actually, matter of fact, that's what I did want to bring that up. Matter of fact, next week we have an interview with a young man, Mr. K. Reed Beckham. K. Reed Beckham is the author of Alpha Diaries, the Alpha Diaries. And it basically is the keys to being a self-sufficient man and a leader within your relationship. So it's gonna be interesting right here, man. But Mr. K. Reed Beckham gonna sit in with us next week. Y'all make sure y'all are following IMO Media Group, IMO Podcast. All the promos will be out. But we are definitely looking forward for y'all tuning in. Show up, show out next week. Again, we'll definitely have a guest here, man, and it's going down. Also, September 7th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The newest baby to the family, Elaine Dillon, will be presenting Dillon's Dive Bar. Telling you this one right here, something special's coming down. Cole been behind the scenes working with her, man. So I'm looking forward to that. Y'all make sure y'all tune in Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on IMO Media Group. That's gonna be on Facebook and YouTube. You did. Now, Cole, September 30th. She Talking Tea.
Yes. I got something really good for y'all. It's a little out my lane. Shoot, Derek might be better at it because he's spitting all these lyrics. I'm gonna have an up and coming artist on there out of Houston. So I'm gonna start promoting so y'all can learn a little bit more about him. I'm not giving nothing away right now, but just know he fine.
He fine. I heard a little something from him. He got some work. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
And his spirit is just it embodies everything about the show that I want to do. He embodies all that.
I can't wait for that, man.
Tune in.
I can't wait for that. Also Tuesdays, Stop Playing, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The X Factors, Breaking Barriers podcast. Well, pretty much anything goes is going down. Y'all tune in every Tuesday night on Breaking Barriers podcast on their YouTube page, their Facebook page, and also on the IMO Media Group page as well, man. But it's definitely going down with BBP. Shout out to Dee, Drina, and Mr. GC himself, Adrian, man. That girl be killing me with that. Brother Malcolm, you all right over there?
He do look like
hit it with it. Never better, brother. Never better.
Wednesday nights.
Yo, Wednesday night, you already know, man. The sports show is back. UGSK, the Underground Sports Kings are up. DT, Kales, newly appointed member J.E., Jonathan Island, and myself, the Four Horsemen, I guess you can call us, man. But we in his thing, man. And it's back. It's good to be back. Football is up and talking. It's going down. It's going down. Make sure you tune in 10 p.m. Wednesday nights, UGSK, on our Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter page. Stop playing with us, man. Now, you said DT, nothing else? That being said, we thank y'all for tuning in again for another episode, man. We thank y'all for having us. Stop playing again. Download the app, BWNC Radio. This episode will re-air tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Happy Labor Day to those of you who will be celebrating whatever. I'm just glad to be off of work. God bless. Peace to the gods. And by the way, Dollar Black, new singles, a couple of singles actually. Go check him out. But appreciate the beat, my guy. Appreciate the beat.